Johnny Gosch. He was with another man. Johnny Gosch, the boy who vanished. The disappearance of Johnny Gosch in 1982 remains one of the most haunting and perplexing missing persons cases in American history. What began as the seemingly ordinary disappearance of a 12-year-old paperboy from West Des Moines, Iowa, quickly spiraled into a decades-long mystery filled with chilling claims of abduction, conspiracy, and unanswered questions. Johnny Gosch. The disappearance. On the morning of Sunday, September 5, 1982, Johnny Gosch left his home before dawn to deliver newspapers, as he had done many times before. Normally accompanied by his father, Johnny went alone that morning, carrying a red wagon filled with the Des Moines Register newspapers. Several witnesses later reported seeing him talking to a man in a car, possibly asking for directions. Another witness described seeing Johnny being followed by someone else. Within an hour, Johnny and his wagon vanished. The Gosch family immediately reported his disappearance, but local police were slow to act, treating the case initially as a possible runaway. It wasn't until much later that authorities classified the incident as a kidnapping, by which point crucial time had been lost. No ransom demand was made, and no trace of Johnny was found despite widespread media coverage, public appeals, and a growing number of volunteers searching for him. Gosch case. A kidnapping that changed the nation. Johnny's case became one of the first to gain national attention in the early 1980s, during a time when child abduction was not well understood or systematically addressed by law enforcement. His disappearance helped fuel a movement to create more structured protocols for handling missing children cases. Johnny was one of the first missing children to appear on milk cartons, a now iconic campaign launched in the mid-1980s to raise awareness of missing children across the United States. The missing persons image of Johnny Gosch on a milk carton. Controversial claims and theories. Over the years, the case took many strange and unsettling turns. Johnny's mother, Noreen Gosch, became a fierce advocate for missing children and continued to investigate her son's disappearance independently. She claimed to have received photographs of boys tied up, who she believed were victims of a pedophile ring, one that may have involved powerful individuals and government figures. Some of these photos were later identified by authorities as being unrelated to Johnny's case, though Noreen stood by her claims. In 1997, Noreen also claimed that Johnny, now an adult, had visited her briefly in the middle of the night, accompanied by another man. She stated he told her he was still alive, but living under an assumed identity for his safety. There has never been independent verification of this encounter. Adding to the intrigue, Johnny's name has occasionally surfaced in connection with broader conspiracy theories, including alleged child trafficking rings and government cover-ups, though none of these theories have been substantiated. Doreen and John Gosch, holding up sketches of suspects in Johnny's disappearance. Johnny Gosch. The lingering mystery. Despite numerous tips and sporadic leads over the years, Johnny Gosch has never been found, and no one has been charged in connection with his disappearance. His case remains officially unsolved, and he is still listed as a missing person. Johnny's story helped lead to significant changes in how missing children cases are handled, including the establishment of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Yet, the haunting question remains: what really happened to Johnny Gosch? His disappearance continues to resonate as one of America's most unsettling and enduring mysteries. A case where answers remain elusive and hope, for some, still lingers.